Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos, we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. If you're joining us again, welcome back. Let's jump right in and take a look at Bitcoin Cash today. Now, right now, Bitcoin is currently sitting at around 2,500 USD on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, and it's looking pretty good because the entire market kind of had a pretty nice little dip this morning, but we have since bounced back, currently around that $2,500 mark. And generally here we look at the last 30 days. Since that large jump that we had around late December there, we did see a little retracement, but generally we have been climbing consistently through that little bit of volatility, reaching highs around 28 and dipping down to 24, but generally moving on a slow upward trend, and that's what I'd like to see more of. So hopefully we can continue seeing that. But generally, like I mentioned, across the board today, we did see a nice dip down into the red for most of the market, at least in the top 10 here, all showing around minus 10 in the last 24 hours here, except for NEO. NEO is showing some opposite movement here, currently sitting at around 10% gains over the last 24 hours, sitting at 150 USD. And generally over the last 7 days, there has been some pretty consistent upward movement for NEO. And it's not a stretch to say that they could start taking out a few of these lower end coins here in the top 10, including IOTA, Stellar, and possibly even Litecoin in the near future, as those market caps are getting quite close, as well as price. So it'll be interesting to see where all this goes, but generally things are bouncing back and looking pretty positive. So let's jump over into the news, because the reason for this potential dip could be what's happening in regards to something over in Indonesia. Now on Bitcoin.com here, there's an article that came out about what the banks are saying over in Indo there. Now, right now, there's a quote saying, "Do not sell, buy, trade, or anything in regards to virtual cryptocurrencies." Now, this is coming out from the Bank of Indonesia, the BI, if you will, where ironically their logo kind of looks like the Bitcoin brand or logo there, which is kind of ironic. But nonetheless, what they're saying is no to crypto. They want to say that for a few reasons, ownership of virtual currency is very risky and full of speculation because there is no authority responsible. Well, that's the opinion of the Bank of Indonesia and coming from the governor here. Now, of course, this is what we're going to see. It's a continual riding of the political wave, if you will, as we've seen areas in South Korea and Japan and China all kind of humming this word ban across the globe. And I think it's just a matter of time where other countries, as we've mentioned on the show many times, will continue to raise this fear and uncertainty and doubt about cryptocurrency. Now, when they say that Bitcoin Core is not a cryptocurrency, I mean, I can't argue with that. So when they're using Bitcoin Core as kind of the poster child, if you will, for cryptocurrencies, it's not setting a great, they're putting it in a great light, so to speak, and not making too good of an example for this potential technology when it really can't be used as a cryptocurrency, and they can really hide behind that answer in terms of really preventing it from taking off. So again, they're looking to prohibit all payment systems and service providers, which includes a heck of a lot of different things, including payment gateways, electronic wallet operators, switching organizers, financial settlement providers, issuers. So this is really just going to cripple the entire market here as they really prevent anyone from transacting with any type of virtual currency here. So really scary stuff, and that probably is why you'll see a little bit of a sell-off here. But as you know, if you've been following Bitcoin for a while here, there's not much that can stop it, and you'll see governments try to do their best to control it and get a grip on it, but there's no way that it can be stopped because it is a peer-to-peer system here at its very core. So let's jump over. There's one more article I wanted to mention, and that is in regards to Bitcoin Cash, and it's approaching a 6-month lifespan here, which I believe is on January, or sorry, it'll be coming up in February here, later in February. I think right on the 1st, obviously, because August 1st was its creation date, so when it forked from Bitcoin Core, and there's been a lot of good news, and this article talks just about that. So Jamie Redman here comes out with a lot of good points here, but more specifically, he's talking not only about the success Bitcoin Cash has had, really stabilizing around those $2,500 marks, and gaining a lot of growth and volume over the last 6 months. But not only that, but it's the companies and the energy that's behind Bitcoin Cash, with such a strong community. But not only that, a lot of companies accepting Bitcoin Cash as payment, offering products aligned with Bitcoin Cash, But in this article, more notably, a company called BitClub Network switched over to Bitcoin Cash entirely because, quote, it has been a huge burden to deal with. Now, you're seeing this across the board with so many different companies coming out here, but basically they're saying right now the Bitcoin blockchain, Bitcoin Core, is simply unusable for our business needs, and we are excited to make this move over to Bitcoin Cash because it's fast, cheap, and very liquid, the company emphasizes. So there you go. I mean, we're seeing this across the board with so many different companies in support of Bitcoin Cash, and you're seeing it with many exchanges coming out, not only supporting Bitcoin Cash pairing, but many of them are coming out and saying we're solely going to be using Bitcoin Cash just because of the practicality that there is with their low fees and everything else in the future lined up for Bitcoin Cash. So again, on this channel, we tend to really focus on the future of the BCH blockchain because of its potential, and we will continue to do that. So I hope today's video was enjoyed, and again, please follow and subscribe to the channel if you wish, and share it with friends, and otherwise we will see you in the next one.